Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I am docLUXURY and I'm here with another video for you. This time I'm doing another comparison between Chanel and Chanel. So you guys have seen this one already. So this is my Chanel Chanel double flap jumbo. And then I also have here Chanel French Riviera, and this is also, so they're both in caviar leather, and so I thought I would compare them for you in case anybody was interested in this style of a bag. So yeah, stay tuned to see what I have to say. Alright, so when I first got into, Chanel, and I have this bag in black, and I also had it in red, but I gave the red one to my mom. My first Chanel bag was the black version. I still have that one, but I'm doing the comparison with this one, just because. So this is a single flap French Riviera. You can see there is only one flap, and this one, they call it a double flap because there is not one flap, but there are two flaps. And so I thought I would go into well, first I'll start by going through each of the bags and I'll compare them. And I might, so I can't really do a favorite, which one I find favorite, because I haven't even really used this one. Well, I haven't not even used that one. So let me start with the French Riviera here. And I do have my notes on my phone, so let me take out my notes. So this one, the measurements are 8 inches high, 12.5 inches in length, and then the depth is about 3 inches. Now this is this is chain. I'm really tired right now, so excuse me. There is leather intertwined in the chain, just like the jumbos or the classic purses, but this one, the strap drop with the double chains, is 9.5 inches, which is fairly short. And then on the single, when you have just one chain, it goes up to 17 inches. And so this is really hard to go crossbodying unless you're really short or really thin. This bag, and I did give these measurements in my other video where I did compare the double flap with the vintage single flaps. So this one is 7.5 inches tall, and then length is 12 inches, and the depth is about 4 inches. And sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice too, because I've been filming videos like crazy now that I have a little bit of time. The double chain drop is 13 inches and the single chain drop is 23 inches. So this one goes crossbody a lot better compared to the French Riviera. And so as far as the and I'll basically go over the same things I went over this bag in my previous video, just so you don't have to go back to that video to see what the double flap is all about. Like I said, this is a double flap, so there is that, I think it's a pesky zipper because nobody uses it, and it just makes marks on the leather right here if you don't store it carefully. And this zipper, there's a pocket right here, which you can't really fit anything in there. There is a pocket in the back here, and then here there is a pocket right here, a main compartment, and then 2 flat pockets in the back with this lipstick holder right there, and there is that pocket in the back. Okay, so with the French Riviera, this differs in that there is no pocket in the back. The pocket is, let me take out the stuffing here, is in the front here, and which is sort of annoying because if you want to put your cell phone in here, you have to unclasp it and open it up to get your phone. And in the inside here, there is one main compartment and there is a zipper pocket in the back here. Another difference is that the jumbo, the classic jumbo, is lined in leather. This is lined in fabric, and so the price point of this one, let me put all the stuffing back in here. The price points, so there is a big difference. The price point of this one, if you can find it in the store, so this is a large version of this bag. I believe the current retail of this bag is $3,600, and the current retail of the double flap jumbo is $5,900. So there is a difference of over $2,000. And so if you're not at the at the point yet where you can afford this bag, I always tell people that this bag is a really good, really great alternative. And like I said, this is where I started with Chanel. I got my Chanel Black French Riviera, and that was my first bag because I could not afford, you know, the double flaps at the time. Another nice thing about the Chanel French Riviera is that it's very mushy. I mean, it is caviar leather, just like the Chanel double flap, but the structure, and I say this sometimes in my videos that I love structure, but this is a very structured bag. You could, you know, set it on a table and it will stand up. And that's all we really want with bags nowadays, isn't it? Where they just stand up on their own. But yeah, so this one is, you know, you can smush it and you could pack it in a luggage and it'll travel just fine. It'll come back to life, as you can see. This one, however, the double flap is very structured, and there is even, I don't know exactly what's in the inside of this leather. It's sort of hard. I think it's maybe cardboard or like hard plastic. But this is very structured, and you can't, I would not want to, you know, squeeze this and mush it up into a suitcase. Because, yeah, it won't come back, it won't pop back into shape just like this. As far as differences now, that I think, other differences rather, because I've already gone through some. What other differences are there? I already said that there's the pocket in the back. The most important I think the biggest difference is the price point. This one is not, I don't know if it's a seasonal bag or if it's discontinued, but I do know that they are very hard to find. I know my essays in the past have miraculously found one in the back somewhere or something, and they've offered it for me to, you know, to buy. But what else can I say? This bag I know comes in a variety of different colors, which this one also comes in a variety of different colors. Unlike the vintage single flap, this mimics the vintage, no, it mimics the classic jumbo, where the grommets are, in this case, horizontal to each other, just like this one right here. And oh, this is one thing where I I sort of gravitated with this bag. As you can see, this is straight, the flap that is. It is nice and straight, and it looks similar or like a briefcase, and that's why I like this bag to begin with. But you can see with this bag, it sort of droops like that, and I mean that gives it a little bit more curvaceous curves, I guess, and it's more, I don't know, I think it gives it a more feminine flair, and that's probably one reason why it's just not vibing with me at the moment. But it is such a beautiful color, I'd hate to let it go. I mean, maybe I'll still try to convince my mom to use it, but to be honest, it is just a little bit too big, and the chain drop is a little bit too long for her. And yeah, she's already said she likes you know, her red version of this bag, so I might just give her this one as well for this upcoming Christmas. Woo. Okay, I'm really tired, so I'm going to stop it right there. I did have a few other videos that I wanted to do tonight, but my voice is already getting dry, and it is already past 10:30 at night, and I need to get some rest before work tomorrow. It is a weekday. And so yeah, I'll just leave it there. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. And until next time, just remember to be you and stay confident. Take care, you guys. Goodbye.